Hello, thank you for tuning into this video about how to be a part of the Flavor Company Dance Entertainment through volunteering and being an ambassador to spread the joy. I'm Belle.
And I am Lise.
I am the artistic director of the Flavor Company Dance Entertainment, and Lise is the business director. And we are always looking for people that want to give back to the community. There's so many ways to give back to the community, to volunteer and give your time. Our particular way of doing that is through dance, is through movement, is through the joy of sharing music and dance. You don't have to be a professional dancer. You don't have to take dance lessons. You just have to love to give back to the community and you have to love dancing. Those are the only two requirements. And what we do is that we spread the joy throughout San Diego, North County, LA, all throughout California. So we are looking for ambassadors. And what does that mean? That means that when we do certain events, there is an opportunity to come out and dance with the guests. And what I mean dance with the guests, I mean interact with them. Sometimes people just need to see another person having a good time and then they start having a good time. So while they're maybe watching a performance from the dance team that has rehearsed certain choreographies, they are in their chair just kind of itching to do something. But they're feeling reserved. Why? Because they are taught that if they watch a performance, they need to just sit there and wait till the end and then clap, right? Give you the applause. But sometimes the music is so contagious, you can see them kind of tapping their feet. The ambassador's job is to say, hey, you can't get this wrong. Come on, you can get up and dance with me, or hey, let's just stay here. You can stay seated, and I'm going to jam with you, and we're going to have a good time. That's what the ambassadors do. So it doesn't require any kind of skills except what? I think you got to be lively. I think shyness has to be left at the door. But if you're shy, this is a perfect opportunity to step out of your comfort zone. Don't you think, Lise?
I do. We have actually had quite a few people who have said, I just feel very moved to want to volunteer in this way. It gives me a lot of joy to help people feel the joy of music and dancing. And they would describe themselves as shy and reserved, but they'll say there's something about just being with this team of dancers who our job is to be outgoing and vivacious that just kind of sparks something in them that's you can call it an alter ego, you can call it putting on a different costume, but there's something that just kind of sparks the outgoing side of them to reach out to be a very engaging person. And it may be that after the event's done and they've given that kind of energy to an audience, they may go back to being a very reserved person, and that's just fine. But it's really quite magical because we do have a few self-described introverts who
Yes.
really enjoy doing this, which is not something I would have expected at first. So it's not only for the extroverts.
Oh, absolutely not. This is an opportunity for you to be expressive and creative. So the ambassadors come out and we do different types of format. We have formation events, formation performances. We also do groove dance floor experience with some of our events where we are getting everybody up and dancing together, moving together from a chair or standing, whatever feels best to them. And the ambassadors are there. They're like the cheerleaders. They're like saying, yes, you can do it. Look at me. I'm doing it too. And that really motivates and excites people. So we're always looking for people that want to give back. The other thing that's special about our format or our form of volunteering is that we get the opportunity to volunteer, to give back to more than just one organization. A lot of times you get very vested and involved with one type of organization, and maybe you come out and help in their fundraisers, or maybe you go into their office and do some filing, or maybe you do something else that you've come to love about a particular organization. We do ours through movement and dance. And so what happens is we get contracted and hired by the American Heart Association, Making Strides Against Breast Cancer, the End Alzheimer's Walks. We do several chapters of those throughout San Diego and North County, where actually these are races, and we are stationed halfway on the course dancing and cheering the walkers and runners on through our dance routines. The ambassadors are high-fiving. And when we get back to when before COVID, it will continue that way. Now we're doing it on Zoom. We're doing it through online. So we still are reaching out. We're coming up to the camera. We're waving, we're cheering them on. Again, bringing that joy of connection through that. We get to dance with many different for many different organizations, the Ronald McDonald House Charities, and so many more that it would just take me a while to list them. But that gives you an idea that it's not just one organization. It is several organizations that we have ourselves involved and connected and partnered with throughout the year, that we are always busy bringing the joy of dance in so many different formats. The team does do theater shows, but that's a different component. And the ambassadors actually work with the interaction of our guests, anywhere from children to our fabulous senior resorts. So if you are interested in dance where you have freedom of movement, it doesn't require you to go to a rehearsal or two every week. You just want to be able to volunteer and give back and maybe wear a fun costume or some bright colors. You might want to consider the Flavor Company Dance Entertainment as a way to volunteer and give back to some of these communities. We are expecting next year to be an exciting time for us and an opportunity to get back to what we're doing. As you know, during this time, it's been a little bit challenging, but we are finding ways to do this through outdoors events and also online and through Zoom. Anything else, Lisa, you can think of that we can share with our future ambassadors?
The only other thing I'd mention is Belle touched on it, but even if you're not in the San Diego area and this speaks to you for some reason, still contact us. Don't let that keep you, because as the world has changed with COVID, so have we. And we will continue to do online events. We are continuing to be solicited for online events, sometimes because the location does not lend itself to being in person because of close contact, sometimes simply because the location is somewhere not near San Diego, but they still want us to be there and to be their entertainment. So even if you're not in the San Diego area, it doesn't mean that you can't be a volunteer with us. So that's the other thing that came to mind for me is that. And oh, last thing, does not matter your age, your gender, anything like that. We've got a range of people. This is for anybody who feels called to share the joy of movement and music.
You want to give back and you want to be part of something very special when you see people smiling and enjoying themselves. And for a moment, we have given them a time to just be, to celebrate, to just be in that moment. And music, as we all know, music and dance, the arts in general, that's what it does for us. It makes us pause for the moment and makes us think about what's really beautiful in the world, what's really beautiful in your life. And that is what the arts do. And we are part of that community in our own special way. And so we give that to the community that we dance for. Is that moment to take a break, to take a breather and go, yes, let's have a good time. Let's not wait for tomorrow to have a good time. Let's have a fun time right now, dancing and moving our glorious bodies. So I hope you consider, we hope you think about joining us as an ambassador. And if you want any more information, just email us, direct message us, how in any of our platforms, and we'll reach out to you and explain how that all works. And this does not require you to have to pay a tuition or anything like this. It does require you to be involved in something once a month, but we can give you all those details later. So we're just doing a call to action because I think there's a lot of great opportunities out there. There's a great need. People really want to be in a community. They want to dance. They want to celebrate. So we thank you for your time and we hope to hear from you.
Bye.